Hey, college football fans, this is Gary Green, longtime sports handicapper, professional sports bettor here in Vegas for the past 35 years. And this year, Gary wins videos. And this is your number 3 college football playoff preview and pick. And this one is the Rose Bowl, the Big Daddy. Ohio State against Oregon, part 2. And surprisingly, Ohio State is now being bet up. And they are now the favorite. They are a 2-point favorite. The total in this game is 55. These two teams met up in week 5, and the final score was Oregon 32, Ohio State 31. It lived up to the billing at that time, and I expected that the team that won that game would probably end up undefeated, and it was Oregon that did end up undefeated. No shock there. The situation there, both quarterbacks had fantastic days. Both passed the ball over 300 total yards. In fact, in the game, Ohio State finished with 467. Oregon finished with 496. So both just shy of 500 yards of total offense. Ohio State, though, turned it over twice in that game, and that proved to be costly. That and the blunder of the clock mismanagement at the end of the game. But the Ohio State team came back and pounded Tennessee last week 42-17. That made up for a season finale tough loss to Michigan 13-10, which was really a bad look for Ohio State and their head coach Ryan Day. And I said when these playoffs started last time, when I did the video Ohio State and Tennessee, that Ryan Day may have to win the national championship to save his job. I don't know how you can continue to lose every big game. Between him and Penn State's Franklin, they lose every big game that they play in. So this is the biggest game, really, as far as I'm concerned, of Ryan Day's career. For Ohio State, though, they beat number 5 Indiana 38-15 at home. They beat number 3 Penn State 2013 in Happy Valley. And then, of course, they lost to Oregon. The rest of the schedule, you don't even throw out the stats. They were Cupcake City schedules, so I've told you before, and I told you even in the Tennessee video, I'm not high on Will Howard, the quarterback of Ohio State, but he did have a fantastic game, probably his best game as a Ohio State Buckeye against Tennessee, who was just flat dead, never had a chance in that game. Ohio State, though, they do come in once again with those same offensive line concerns. Tennessee did not take advantage of them the way I would have thought they might have with the defense that they came in. I told you I didn't like the quarterback of Tennessee either, and he sucked and did exactly what I expected. I thought he was the most overrated quarterback in college football, and he comes in and throws for 105 yards. But Howard did pass again for over 300 yards, and Ryan Day, him and Franklin seemed to play scared. They play not to lose in these big games. You're not going to win that way. And I think that Ryan Day learned that lesson, and he came out firing, clicking the ball on all cylinders, get the ball, not just running back first down, second down, throw the ball all over the yard, open it all up, and then guess what? The entire offense gelled. But Howard and company are going to need to score at least minimum 30 points in this game, because Oregon on offense is the best offense in the country. When they went against solid defenses this year, Oregon, Ohio State, they scored 32 points. Washington, they scored 49 points. Penn State, 45 points. Boise State, 37 points. The running back, Jordan James for Oregon, 226 rushes for 1,253 yards, 15 touchdowns, over 5.5 yards per carry. We all know quarterback Gabriel, what he can do. 3,558 yards, 28 touchdowns, only 6 interceptions. He'll run and get you that first down if need be. So he's got good legs there as well. I look at this kid being the mirror twin brother of Miami Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa. These two are both identical. They get the ball out quick. I really love the play calling of Oregon. I think they're one of the best play call teams in the nation. And their wideouts, there's 5 of them averaging double digits or more, closer to the 15 yards than the double digits. The offense has 28 passing touchdowns, 29 rushing touchdowns. This is a tough offense to play defense against. You really don't know what they're going to do. They get the ball out quick. Good passes by Gabriel, quick passes to the wideouts. They can throw the ball to the running backs out of the backfield. This team makes a lot of big plays because they always have the plays down pat to take advantage of the opponent's weaknesses. And I think that Ohio State's defense is good, but they have weaknesses, and we saw that in the first matchup. When we look at this game, this is going to be a game for both coaches. They ain't playing not to lose. They're playing all out to win. This is the one game of the four where I expect both coaches to go crazy. Trick plays, everything. They'll both go for it on fourth down rather than kicking field goals. They know what happens if you kick field goals and the other team comes right back with a touchdown. So, I believe Ohio State, they had to learn a hard lesson against Michigan. I don't know what the hell they were doing, but that's been Ryan Day's thing. When they get to play real good teams and they're not just overloading them with easy offensive plays, they don't know what the hell to do. And the play calling has sucked. Chip Kelly has sucked as a play caller this year for all intensive purposes. Nothing what I expected from him. He had one job to do, no more a head coach. He had to just play offense and have great play calling for a team loaded, and I mean loaded. Now, I'll give a little bit of a leeway. The offensive line has gotten banged up, but Will Howard seems scared as hell in the games that they actually lost, especially in the game against Michigan. It didn't make any sense. But Oregon, again, they're undefeated for a reason. This team can move the ball on offense. The defense hasn't had to have a whole lot of trouble because the offense puts up so many points on the board. But again, Ohio State beat a solid defense in Tennessee. 317 pass, 156 rush. They need to get that same type of mix in this game against Oregon to stay up with them point for point. Wide receivers Smith and Egbuka for Ohio State are studs. They're superstars. The run game is strong. We know that. Again, can Ohio State's offensive line hang in there? They're banged up. Can they do it? If they can do it, they'll score points again. I think they'll hold up again enough. I do love Oregon as an offense, but the defense versus Ohio State and Penn State did show some holes. This game will not disappoint. I expect both teams and both head coaches to go for it early, often, through the entire game. Lots of big plays. Oregon State's been waiting. They're chomping at the bit to get back on the field, get this offense going. Hopefully they can get a score in the first drive and just start getting in a groove again, because at least Ohio State comes in having not as big a layoff. But I'm going to go with a pick here on this game, over 55. I expect both defenses to struggle here, both offenses to shine. I expect the winning team that's going to probably need 40 points to win this game. This game's going to be a shootout. This is going to be the most fun game of the 4 playoff games. So bet the over 55. You should be able to cash the ticket. This should be no different than the first game that went 32-31. And in that game, there should have been more points. There were some points left on the board in that game due to just some really weird mistakes. But I expect that this game will be a high-scoring shootout all game long, and I expect this game to easily go over 55 points. So take that one, and hopefully you will win this game. Check out all our other 3 college football playoff previews and all our other videos at Gary Wins Videos. Make sure to bookmark us so you'll know when we have our next video loaded. And this is the first video you're seeing in a week. It's been because I was very sick. Sinus infection, bad flu bug got me, crushed me, and couldn't even talk for about 4 days. I coughed nonstop. I tried to do a few videos a couple of times, just couldn't get through more than 30 seconds without coughing my head off. Switched to antibiotics yesterday, and luckily that's got my voice back enough here to pull through some of these videos, and hopefully we can make you some money. I hope we have made you money. Free picks and the prop bets have been off the charts this year, again on the free videos, and our service picks have been outstanding again. We're just an off the charts NFL season once again. So excited about the NFL final week and then the playoffs coming up, which we've always done well. So don't miss any of our videos. Don't miss our college basketball videos. We're off to a tremendous start, already up 27 units before the first of the year. We're going to have a shot here at 75 plus units again this year. We are the best college basketball handicapper in the country and the best NFL handicapper in the country as well. So enjoy the videos, and Happy New Year to everybody. Please don't drink and drive out there. Drive safe and never wager what you cannot afford to lose. Have a good Happy New Year.